friends, welcome back to Studioloo. So today I am here to work on a couple of things. So I'm still not into the next journals yet. I'm still cutting papers. I'm getting there slowly but surely. So what I'm going to work on today are a couple of things. So number one is our daily challenge, the Tinkersketch or Tinkerlab Sketchbook Challenge. So today is Tiny Doodle. So this morning I spent a little bit of time while chatting with my mom about, or not about, sorry, I won't tell you what we were chatting about, that would bore you, working on some tiny doodles, just little teeny things that I can use for this challenge. So I was thinking about how I wanted to do this challenge because I've been doing like a tag or a journal card, but today I decided I'm going to sort of make use of some of these mini sacks that I just got in my Michael's clearance haul, which you would have seen if you watched the video that these were a part of that, and just use these tiny doodles to embellish them. So I've got probably more that I'm going to use, but my idea was to just, I drew all of these this morning, and it's just kind of some plants and a little lantern and a bird, a little sort of eclipse and a succulent, and yeah, I just kind of did a bunch of tiny doodles. So I figured I would ink them up and stick them on these cards, and that will be what I do for this. So I don't know if I want to, well, that's kind of cool. I was thinking about like just tearing them out and then inking them. But that one I thought, you know, I think I'm going to do like this to a few of them too, is just add a little bit of color over them entirely, just to see what it looks like. And so I think I'll just go with this shape of this one. And then we'll have all these little bits of ephemera. At first with these little pockets, I thought I was going to make like, put little stamps on them or something, but I sort of like this more. It's kind of more fun. More of your own artwork. So let's just take a look, see. Just stick that on there. Pretty cute. I'm happy with that. And then I think for that one, I'm just going to grab my... I need another ink dauber now that I have a million of them. There we go. And just get some green. Go over it in just some nice green as well. There we go. One. So these are a really easy little piece of ephemera. Then where am I? Right here with this, and glue here. I have to get a new glue stick in a minute here. So yeah, let's just work on tearing all these out. So I just wanted to say thank you and welcome to some of my new subscribers that have been coming along and finding my channel. Thank you for leaving some nice comments, and I'm happy to have you here, and I'm happy to also discover your channels if you have them. I found a couple of cool new channels to follow, and it's nice to have a community to collaborate with. There we go. Yeah, so I'm excited. I'm almost through all the pages that I have to cut for these upcoming journals, the Sidewinder journals. So those I'll be starting this weekend probably, because I think we're supposed to have a snowstorm. So we're probably going to try to get out a little bit and see what we can do outside, but then more than likely retreat back to the comforts of Canadian winter at home. Yeah. But there was something that I did want to mention, because someone left me a comment about the books that I'm using for these upcoming journals, that they're actually Dutch sort of Bibles or religious books, and that they were upset that I was, quote, desecrating these books in this manner. So I thought I would address that because, you know, I think it's important that we have these conversations. So I absolutely have no disrespect whatsoever for anyone's religious beliefs and the way that they value things. That's perfectly understandable. I don't typically talk about politics, religion, any of those things on my channel, because that's not what you come here for. But I did want to address the idea of quote unquote desecrating a book. So there are people who are passionate about old books for many different reasons, be it historical value, religious text, etc. The value of the book. There's a lot of people who have their own reasons for not being comfortable with seeing junk journalers, upcycle these books in this manner. So I just wanted to get a few things clear. Okay, so these books, number one, they are in Dutch language, which is not the language of the country that I live in. So the chances of them being purchased or valued as intended, it's a little bit lower just because it's not one of the official languages of my country. So they were obviously like a book from someone who possibly maybe has passed away, and that's why they ended up at the recycling center. So that takes me to my next point. So the only thing between these books going into the landfill or the recycling and being destroyed completely is the fact that I took them home. So that's the thing about objects, right? Is that they're not humans. They're not things that are to be valued as humans or in the same way, or, I don't think we need to feel guilty about making use of things. So the other thing is that half of them, more than half of them actually, are falling out of their spines. They're not in good condition. And one of them actually from the original group that I got, I threw away because it had mold on one of the pages. The front page had mold. So that's not something that I like to play with at all. I don't keep any kind of book that has a mildewy smell, mold, moisture damage, any of that, because those are actually kind of harmful things if you inhale them, and they're really difficult to remove from an old book. So I also caution you, if you are someone who is a junk journaler or is interested in getting into junk journaling, when you buy used books, first of all, please clean them before you work with them. Like, just run a Lysol wipe over them. Maybe after you purchase them, especially right now, give them a few days to just be alone before you start touching them. Then clean them, and then maybe before you buy them, assess them for damage. All sorts of things can happen to books, like the term bookworm. It came from somewhere. Bookworms are real. They are a real and scary thing to haunt your nightmares. But no, they are a real thing. There are different kinds of bugs, weevils that can inhabit books, libraries, old, dusty shelves. So that's all kind of important, because that's one of the things that I can guarantee you. I do not have any of that kind of thing in my home, or, it would never end up in any of the things that I make. Possibly because I come from a background of, working with fiber and always being very cognizant of how, a sheep's fleece is processed, and needing to protect myself from, sheep poop and bugs and, vegetation matter that can be dangerous, like burrs or stinging nettle. So there's a lot of considerations in my materials when I use them. So yeah, I definitely don't look to offend anyone who, is checking out my videos. Not my intention at all. But I have to disagree with the idea that, we shouldn't use these old books for something, because, it's good to keep them out of the landfill, and that's where they were headed. So I'm not Dutch. I don't speak the language. I don't know anyone who would want a religious Dutch book that's, been created in like probably the thousands. It's also not like a first edition or a special book of any kind. So yeah, I just wanted to kind of put that out there, that like people are, consumers, and, I think we're trying to do the right things by people's belief systems as well as by the earth. And so, yeah, that's my thoughts on that. So yeah, please know that I don't look to offend anyone or to hurt anyone's feelings or make them stressed out about books. I'd say if you are like a book preserver or someone who has a lot of problems with how books are used in junk journal videos, that maybe it's not the place for you, the medium for you. Though I'm happy to have you here. Maybe you'll learn something. Maybe, we'll all learn stuff. So yeah, anyhow. moving on from that, I just did want to address it so that I wasn't just ignoring it. I hear the kind of like the same kind of sentiment from most of the people that I follow as well, in the junk journal world. Yeah, because we are just trying to use things up and give them new life. This glue stick is going to get me through this, I think. I'm always enduring to use this last little bit of glue if I can. Oh my gosh. I could also do like cute little watercolor paper doodles on these and paint them. That would be nice. I don't know if I want to color these or if I just want to leave them just this white. I haven't decided yet. I think I might just leave them, to be honest. I quite like how the white looks on the brown packaging paper. It was fun to do these little doodles, though. There's a whole aesthetic to doodling that I didn't really know about, but of course Pinterest was there to educate me, so I just sort of looked up, like, I needed a bit of inspiration before I sat down, so I just Googled like tiny doodles, and I found, you know, a whole bunch of pages on Pinterest where people, like, that's their aesthetic, is doing these little tiny doodles for bullet journals mainly. And yeah, that's where I ended up seeing them the first time, I think, is bullet journaling. Oops, that's upside down. There we go. So I'm filming this and probably also posting it on Friday, and I'm pretty happy it's Friday. It's been a very, very long week. Lots of stuff to do, as always. I was able to this morning to actually get rid of the box for our new dishwasher. My children have finally lost their interest in it, thankfully, because now it can vacate the premises, so I don't have to deal with it anymore. Just as a huge box, and it was like monopolizing my whole entire living space in the living room. So I think what I might do is just kind of ink around some of these, because they got these cute little like tabs. And just kind of bring out the color there a little bit. That one, and do I want any more of these to be blue? Maybe this one. Yeah. None of those would be purple. Maybe green. So I think that these would be cute on a little page, or even part of like a little clustered piece of ephemera, or maybe even like on a tag itself. It could be like an extra little spot to tuck something, like maybe some stamps or ticket or a little note. Okay. Okay, I think that is maybe all I wanted to do, except for this. I wanted to just see if I could use the very tiny corner here to just add a little bit of yellow to this lantern. Just all around it, maybe. There we go. Okay, so, oops, hold on. Disaster. There we go. Disaster recovery. So that is today's Tinkersketch for tiny doodles. And that was very fun. And now I have all these cutesy little ready to go little ephemera pieces for my box of ephemera that I am slowly but surely building. Just pick all these guys up and pop these guys back into my use it up pile. Actually, I have an organizer for use it up stuff. Then the next thing I want to work on is Anne Brooks week 6 challenge for the 52 handmade tags. So this week is all about buttons. So I grabbed one of my button drawers. I have a lot of buttons, but this is one of my button cabinets, and it is organized like red, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple, pink, black, brown, white, then special, shell, wood, like a few different categories. So I have all these little drawers of buttons. So I thought I was feeling the browns today, so I'm going to go with the browns. So first I wanted to take this piece of batik fabric that I made ages ago. And I want to put that down on the tag. I probably will just get another glue stick though. So give me one second. Okay. So now I'll just throw some glue stick down because I'm going to be stitching this on. And then hand stitching a bunch of stuff on it. So I'm going to put the more rugged kind of side down like that. Okay. I think I want that, yeah, a little bit just in the middle like that is good. Then I want to take some of this patina effect paste maybe, or maybe the rust effect paste. Oh. Yes, lots in there. Lots in there. Okay, just clean this lid off here. And I might just actually use it to just... This stuff is so like grungy and sandy, it's cool. It really does look like rust. It's funny. Okay. I'll throw that away. I didn't even have to open the container entirely. Then, let me see. Is there another... Wait. Rust effect paste. So that's like a more yellowy. Let's use a bit of both. Oh, these such tiny little labels. There we go. Well, this one is a little bit easier. Yeah, because I kind of like the yellowness of the... There's a little yellow on the cloth too, so it'll kind of help with the look of this. Okay. Sorry, I'm just trying to reach. That's opal. I thought there was one more. Let me see. Opal, patina, glitter. Maybe not. Maybe there was only 2 of the rust. Oh no, there's 3. There's a darker brown. I just want to make use of these. Just play with them and see what they do. That's why I'm kind of pulling them all out today. So let's just put a little of the dark one down here maybe. Yeah, they're really gritty. I like them. Okay. Let's take this last little bit off and just... Okay. Okay, there we go. I'm just going to kind of top over this and get my fingers all dirty. You know how it is. Okay. All right, so I'm going to be working with dirty fingers for the rest of this video. Sorry about that. It's just the way it goes. I don't want to go wash my hands right now because I'm going to get dirty again. It's just going to happen. So now I think we need to pick out some buttons. Now these guys are the big guys. We'll get them out of here. The big guys that we don't want to have jamming up our progress. Oh, I love this one. Look at these big holes. It's so cool. That one's a maybe. So the theme again is just tons of buttons, it says. Tons of buttons. So what I was thinking about with this tag is probably like using all different like shapes and sizes of one color of button. I'm just trying to find ones that like look cool together. This one has a little tiny wire in it and I need it out of there because I need to be able to sew through it. So I'm going to find my little bitty pliers that I have in here. I really need to like stop shoving things into this container beside me that like I originally designed this container beside me as like my frequently used grab, you know, only what you need kind of things, right? Like scissors, corner chomper, and it's just becoming a collect-all that I need to clean out. So I'm just going to grab the wire out of here. There we go. It's just the card wire. Because yeah, that one's great. That one might be cute too. It's kind of similar but a different color. I don't want any of these guys because I don't want them to stick out too far. I want the buttons to be sort of flat. Just because this will end up in a journal, I don't want to add a ton of bulk. Square. No, we can't have any square. You must be a round button to go on this card. Oh, it's too bad you're so fat. You're so cute. I might be having a conversation with the button guys. Saying it's Friday and all. That one's nice. What a cool vintage button. And my grimy fingers. Hopefully I can keep some of these circles though from the original batik fabric because they're cool. So let me know, do you have a ton of buttons in your house too? Do you have a button jar? Did your grandmother leave you one of those old chocolate boxes with buttons in it, or maybe a tin with buttons? Look at this one. Aren't these cool? Just like cool buttons. I remember when I was a kid, I was definitely one of those kids who was like really into my grandma's buttons. Although my grandmother was really resourceful. She was like a save everything kind of person, like, but in a really kind of organized way. Like I remember always wanting to go into her closet, on the floor of her closet where she had all these hat boxes and sort of nice like storage boxes, like older banker's boxes, but like with flowers on them. And she used to keep, like, she had 10 children, and she used to keep all of the greeting cards that she ever got through her whole life from her children, and she would keep them all in like boxes, and then she would let me like go into the boxes and I could cut them out and use them to like collage with, like essentially to cut and stick and play and make other cards. And so maybe that's where I'm getting this like affinity for paper from. Yeah, that might be what it is. That one's a little fat, but if I put it up to the top, I think it would be good. And it's cute because it's a wood button, so I mean, I'm laying these out, and then I'm gonna end up like moving this thing, and they're all gonna lose their placement, but that's okay. I mean, I could fabric tack them down if I was really worried about the placement, but I'm not. Somebody's Tweety birding me. That's okay. I got a new phone a little while ago and I love it, but I have not managed to figure out, well, to reset all of the different kinds of notifications that I'm getting. So like, I'm getting notifications for the funniest things, like, like, hey, this is eBay, just letting you know that there's a teddy bear that you might like. Like, I've got to really go through it soon because I get so many notifications that are just like, why are you telling me this, phone? There we go. Okay, I'm good with that. So we'll put all these bigger guys away. Look at this one. Isn't that cool? Such a cool button. Do-do-do-do-do. All right, so now the objective basically is to stitch these all on. But I won't keep you while I do that. I will, maybe if this video was just me making this tag, I would keep you, but we've done a couple of things and I think that's sufficient for now. So yeah, next video, I will show you how this has finished up. I'm also working to catch up with, Anne Brooks' challenge. I finished, weeks 1 and 2. I shared those in my video yesterday, and, I have to do 3 and 4, and I've already done 5, and this is 6. So then I'll be all caught up. So yeah, thank you so much for joining me, and I hope you have a really lovely day, and I will be back soon. Thanks again. Bye.